And pretty early on, you bumped into somebody called Shoo Shoo, and he said, I'm going to pay you to make a record.
I didn't bump into him, did you? I think somebody else bumped into him. I didn't know. I've never ever seen him before in my life before I turned up in his bar.
Somebody fell on him, didn't they?
I don't know.
Because he was really small.
Was he a mate of Claude Francois or something like that?
I don't know. He organised the souvenir that I have. That guy he did a festival in France and he made some money.
He had Jimi Hendrix on it.
I don't know. And that's where he made some cash and then Bachdenkel turned up. I don't know who introduced us to him,
But so he did the connections, I assume, between us and the studio.
Yeah, he paid for Bernard Estage's studio, CBE Studios, and said we're going to make a record. You'd already got the Holly Guns or something.
Oh yeah, the
right?
Holy Guns.
Okay, and well, you played in the Oasis Club in Sarcelles.
That's right. That's called the Oasis Club.
We're getting there.
That's where we met Bernard.
That's where you met.
Brilliant technician.
And Shoo Shoo said, well, I'll make record a single with you. And so...
That's what we did.
How did you choose the song you were going to record for a single?
What did we record in the end?
Eyes of a Child.
Yeah, Eyes of a Child.
Ah.
Which we'd already written.
We didn't have that long in the studio. Oh, we'll just turn up and write one or two in the studio. Yeah.
It was our best song, it was our best effort.
As far as for a pop song, yeah.
Yeah,
for a
great
pop song.
lyric.
That's
just sounded good.
That's the thing. I didn't quite understand that we wanted to become a progressive underground rock band, but we went into a studio to record a pop song. That was the difficulty that I had to follow up with Bachdenkel, was that why do we go in studios and do commercial songs, but we're really looking from another point of view, in a progressive point of view. Improvising and stuff like that. It was like selling yourself out to stay something you never wanted to be in the first place.
Well, I don't know, because I thought it was pretty progressive, that song, anyway.
Probably so with the harpsichord and stuff like that, yeah. But it was pretty poppy to what we generally do.
We were learning some really interesting stuff, mixing instruments
anyway,
together.
Let's just yeah. But,
you did Through the Eyes of a Child, and Appointment with the Master as the A side would have been Through the Eyes of a Child.
Yeah.
And quite quickly. Did you think it was likely to become a single released in France or something, signed to AZ Records? Or did you trust Shoo Shoo? Or?
I never had. I always believed that it was like, okay, we made the record, everybody's happy with it. Okay, so it's going to be produced, it's going to be advertised, it's going to be on the television, it's going to be played on the radio, and nothing happens after. So, you know, what more from a musician's point of view, or a group point of view, as musicians, can we say, from the business side? You do the article. This is what we were doing with you for a long time. Then after, you get the business point of view. I mean, just said you cut the group in half, and then there's a side of like money business, and you got the musical side. You know, you can't do the two at the same time.
It's a good question.
What happened? The people don't go any further. They don't have contacts. They weren't particularly inspired to go any further. It was just like a one-off job. What do you call that? Procrastination.
Maybe they didn't like the song.
Or you do. You know, we won't do it today. We'll do it tomorrow, sort of thing. That's all. From the point of view of Eyes of a Child, that was my impression.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't understand why you do something and nothing happens after. You know.
I don't disagree with that. I just think, you know, it's like you want to see what you can do in the studio, and the thing is, I say, oh, you'll have a harpsichord and a 12-string guitar, and we'll do this and we'll double track that and everything, and you're in the studio and it's like a toy fair, and the consequences of what you're doing are not deliberate. They're not saying, oh, we're here because we're going to have records going. Anyway, we always knew records never going to come out.
Oh, we always knew it was never going to come out. So why did we do it in the first place? It was just to just have something on tape to say, okay, we listened to the song, we recorded it, and great, you know.
Because, in fact, you know, and let this be clear, the reason why Bachdenkel was in France and was stuck in France for so long was the band was supposed to become shit hot out of sight from England by doing it in France, and then the band was supposed to go back to England and wipe everybody out by being amazing, and everyone would go, where the fuck did they come from? Like happened to King Crimson. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for Bachdenkel, but that you know, that
I don't think we were under the situation or the circumstances from a financial point of view to have done those sort of things. I mean, to say we were just like, we were out in the street, we were just like squatting and bumming out in people's places and living in hashalems and stuff like that, sleeping on a mattress. I mean, to say, how can you inspire somebody to say, okay, I'm going to be shit hot and we're going to go back to England and become famous, you know, or whatever.
Fair point.
That's a good point.
No, I'm sorry about that. I mean, to say, I disapprove. You know,
We were starving.
No, I had 2 bananas and a yogurt every day. I'm to say, like,
No, I said we
well,
were starving from the equipment point of view as well.
also, yeah, well, yeah,
We hadn't got
We
good
didn't have a
equipment.
place which was our centre, where we could do all the stuff that musicians do. Like listen to lots of music. I don't remember us listening to lots of music.
No, we never listened. We didn't have. We were in this situation. We didn't have the proposition to put yourselves in, to have an area or a rehearsal place to listen to music. Even sleep in the studio if you like, next to your drum kit or your amplifier, your guitar. I mean, to say, just to live 24 hours a day, you know, doing that thing to prepare that to go back to England. I wasn't under that presumption at all. That never went in my ears, you know, it never went into my head, you know. I was just happy to go away. I was a bit perplexed about the fact, well, we left England because like we went to the Roundhouse, we did a great gig and stuff like that. But the basis of like why we stayed in France for so long, and we did go back to England, but we had to get a job. We didn't get a gig. We didn't even try to play somewhere and go back to the Roundhouse and do a gig. The opportunity was never proposed to us. I don't know what you think, but I mean, to say that's the way I see it.